Ladies and gentlemen, the starting grid as they have qualified for the AdventHealth 400 at Kansas. On the pole for the third time in 2026, maintaining a steady lead in the standings by 62 points, it's 2023 fall winner Tyler Chronicles of Reddick and his co-owner, four-time Kansas winner Denny Hammer and Hamlin starts alongside. In row 2, Turbo Ty Gibbs, a Cup Series race winner at last, finished 5th in the fall of 2024, and the second of Young Money Kyle Larson's 3 wins here was during the closest finish in Cup history in May of that year. Larson looks to break his winless streak where it began as he sits a solid 6th in the standings. Row 3, Charging Chase Briscoe swept both 4th place finishes last year, and he's showing some improvement after a sloppy start to the season. According to most fans and media, Carson Hurricane Hocevar might be the next driver to score his maiden Cup victory. Row 4, the Prosper Punisher Chris Buescher was the runner-up in that incredible photo finish 2 years ago, and Dandy Daniel Suarez knows a thing or two about winning in a photo finish. Today, he starts right behind Aspire Motorsports teammate. Going to row 5, Ryan Inside Blaney, 3rd last year, has a new jackman to help out his struggling pit crew, and 2022 fall winner Hubba Bubba Wallace celebrates 300 Cup Series starts as well as an induction to the Boys and Girls Club of America's Alumni Hall of Fame. Row 6, out of 9 top 10s, the Panhandle prospect Christopher Bell has at this track. 4 of them are also top 5s, including a runner-up finish last year. Priest Lightning Clash winner Ryan Priest managed to finish 7th in that race, his sole top 10 finish at Kansas. Row 7 is home to Hendrick Motorsports with the Napa Maniac Chase Elliott, who scored his 2nd Kansas victory in a remarkable turn of events last fall, and William Red Byron looks to bounce back after an excruciating day at Bristol. To row 8, sliced but himself, 3-time fall winner Joey Logano will drop to the rear after an unapproved post-qualifying adjustment, and Ricky is in the Stenhouse Jr. finished 8th 4 years ago. In row 9, the Street Slayer Shane Van Gisbergen scored his first overall top 10 here last September, and marvelous Michael McDowell had his own first top 10 at this facility 2 years ago. 2 of NASCAR's most iconic numbers will start in row 10 with that Jones boy, 2-time Kansas top 3 finisher Eric Jones, and the ace Austin Dillon in his Chevrolet. Both drivers made their Cup debuts at this track. Row 11 belongs to 2-time winner Brad the Big Keselowski's Trimble Ford, and the treetop Toyota of sophomore Riley Terrible Herbst. Things get interesting in row 12 as 2-time winner Rowdy Kyle Busch was butting heads with Herbst last week at Bristol, and on his outside, it's Corey Heim time. When we last saw 4 2311 cars here, Heim finished ahead of all 3 of his teammates in 13th. And speaking of teammates, 2 of them at Front Row Motorsports will occupy row 13, as insane Zane Smith hopes to finish this race on all 4s, and the Todd father, Todd Gilliland, was 12th in both races last year. In the 14th row, dangerous AJ Allmendinger swept both 8th place finishes here a decade ago, and Nacho Noah Gregson was 9th in 2024. Row 15, 7th 6 years ago, is Stone Cold Custer, number 41, and next to him, it's the 21 of Josh Wildberry, bringing Matt Swiderski back atop a pit box. In row 16, you'll find the Melonhead boss, 2024 fall winner Ross Chastain, and John the Bounty Hunter Nemechek, 10th last year. Back to row 17, Alex the Greatest Bowman again has a less than satisfactory qualifying result, but he has finished in the top 10 6 times in his last 7 Kansas starts. Austin Cindric the Entertainer's PPG Paints Mustang starts 34th. Row 18, you better beware, it's Cody Ware in the 51 car, and the prodigy Connor Zilch hopes to break a weekly string of bad luck. And in row 19, all by himself, my, it's Ty Dillon in the 2nd College Chevy. And ladies and gentlemen, there's your field for the AdventHealth 400 at Kansas.